And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, to the most incredible show in America, Love Renaissance Radio, SiriusXM The Heat. I am your boy, Justice Wears Cool Pants, a.k.a. the Black Bobby Brown, even though Bobby Brown's already black. The dark-skinned Drake, the more invigorating Nelson Mandela, the dark-skinned Stewie, and, you know.
Who taught you invigorating today?
What?
What's up?
It just popped up.
It's Amber Grimes, Bacardi if you follow me, and the neighborhood homegirl if you also think this is the most incredible show in America. And it has been an exciting couple of weeks, guys. We have so much new music to talk about.
Yeah, there's a lot to talk about. Music, news, life. It's a lot going on.
Lots of new music, and I'm really excited because the artists are experimenting.
Yeah, did you see the thing? SZA had posted something on her story on Instagram where she was just saying that, like, damn, after Beyonce dropped, like, I feel like I've been unleashed of this, like, sonic shackle. So I
didn't see. She tweeted that?
Over. Yeah. She put that on her Instagram story.
Well, okay, so I don't want to go into a whole nother topic, but I do feel some type of way about when these bigger artists release and other artists feeling like now they have to go do what somebody else did or go start over or not be true to themselves. Because when Drake dropped the House project, if that's what we're calling it, and then everyone knew Beyonce had some house going, every artist was like, well, house music is about to be it. And I was like, no, bro, do you please? Please just keep doing you. If that's not what you do, you don't have to go jump on a wave just because it's in the ocean.
Yeah, I mean, I think that at the end of the day, obviously, you know, because technology is a thing and, you know, everybody's on social media and when somebody drops, you see everybody talking about it. I think you just kind of want to be a part of the conversation, right? Because, I mean, technically...
is that not a form of clout chasing, wanting to be a part of the conversation?
Yeah, but, you know, there's a fine line right now. I don't think that artists have really figured out how to manage their relationship with their fans just yet. Mm-hmm. I think that is in a really weird space because everybody wants attention and it's hard to get it. So, and also fans are very loud and they have a point of view or they have a perspective, and it's so direct to the artist. You know, there used to be a time where you can put out a song or you can put out an album and you wouldn't know how people felt about it. You know, you just have to read the Source magazine and hope.
Yeah, like 2 mics.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I think that now it's just in real time in this instant, and it just makes people like buckle down, and also it also affects how people like consume music too.
I wish there was a happy medium though, because people's immediate thoughts about music are, to me, generally inaccurate.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, like because we both lived in a time where you couldn't just go on Twitter and give your opinion about a song. I remember vividly hearing a song, hating it, talking shit about it for like maybe 4 or 5 days, seeing a video on 106 in Park or TRL or whatever and being like, this kind of slaps.
Yeah.
And then you're into it and then it is what it is. But now it's like they're going to kill you off the second that it's not what they expect from you or what they like from you or something they've ever heard before. Because people are killing off albums at 12:02.
Yeah, no, it's like that was the worst thing I've ever heard.
You haven't had time to listen. It's 12:02. You should get. No one should be allowed to tweet about an album until 12:30. Yeah. Period.
Yeah, I mean, and that's where art is becoming dangerous, because it scares like artists like we're talking about a SZA, where as big as they are, they're even scared to go out of the thing that worked for them, and then it keeps everybody in the same space. Like, you know, I was reading an article where speaking about like the simulating of everything, right? Like all the modern houses look the same. Everybody dresses the same. Even the street lamp, they all starting to look the same. Everything is the same. So when you stand out or try to stand out, you know, you're kind of scared of the backlash. And I think that big artists like this definitely, I know that people want to jump on the wave or not, but it definitely frees people to feel like it's okay to experiment a little bit.
No, that's good. I think the bigger artists usually end up causing conversation because they do go against the grain.
Yeah.
And I think you should just you should not just go against the grain just for the sake of doing it. You should do it because that's what you really want to make or believe in. And so I don't want the younger artists to get lost in trying to ride a wave when they're building something and they haven't been in this for 10 years, doing it. But
yeah. There's a lot to unpack here. We are going to go into this next mix and really unpack this because I see a lot going on. Love Renaissance Radio, SiriusXM The Heat. The greatest artist that ever lived once said, and his name's Prince. He once said, the minute you let your fans control you, the minute your art's dead. And I was just like, Didn't understand that when I once read that when I was younger. But, like, I understand that now. He never really cared about anything or anybody's thoughts. And that's kind of what made him the true definition of what an artist is supposed to be. Because I think that right now, like, fans have it a little bit misconstrued because as our favorite artists, we're trying to live life vicariously through their eyes, right? They can express things that we can't express verbally or normally because we just don't know how to, and they find a way to put it in song. And I think that now it's like the fans are saying, no, like, I want you to sing about this because this is like, you're telling the artist what they should sing about. I'm just like, wait, that's not
what you want to hear.
Yeah, I'm just like, that's not how this goes.
I mean, yeah, I think I was just speaking about control. Like, for me, with artists, as long as they're speaking about their life or whatever it is that they're experiencing right now, which is why we have to allow artists to grow, because when they travel and start doing shows, I feel like the music starts sounding different. When they start having kids, the music starts sounding different. When they start breaking up or finding love and getting married, whatever, the music starts to change because their experience is changing. And I feel like as long as an artist is being honest about their current experience, that's usually when they make their best work.
Yeah, I completely agree. But also I think that, one thing I will say is that, like, certain artists, the reason why they can get away with it too is just like their attitude and their confidence. Because I'm not going to blame it completely on the fans, because, like, Tyler the Creator, for example, has switched 5 genres in his last 5 albums. Right?
He's never given a shit about anything.
Yeah, and it's just like he's so consistent in that idea that his fans just kind of have to ride with him. And I think that more artists need to be, they need to be as fearless as that, because that's kind of what being an artist is, right?
It's also hard, though, because it's nice to say, like, oh, you should be super confident. But, like, I've never had a million people in my DMs telling me what I should or shouldn't do, or, like, waking up one day and everybody loves me, and then the next day them being like, you're trash, you suck, because everyone's so intense. Like, you put out one song and people are like, man, this guy's career's over.
Oh yeah, he's done.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he's done. We don't want to hear anything he has to say next. It's just like, but you can't believe that, right? Because again, you have to understand, and this message is for artists. Like, you have to understand the premise of social media, specifically viral networks like Twitter or TikTok or whatever it is. Like, specifically, the point of people is to try to have a hot take to go viral. That's literally their point. It's very rare where you're going to see people that are genuinely just tweeting about their day, right? It's literally everybody wants to have a viral moment. They either steal a thought, steal an idea, or regurgitate something they heard just to go viral. So, like, you can't take that so seriously.
Yeah, and I feel like different artists get different treatment, right? That confidence thing and the aura that you have around you, like Beyonce's project, no one's gonna say they don't like it.
Yeah, because she has a very strong connection with her fan base.
I think her brand is that you are supposed to like everything that she does.
Yeah, and even if you don't, like, you can't even tell her.
No, you can't. Don't tweet that, right? And I have listened to that project now. I'm on my 3rd time, and I really understand. I'm waiting for these Act 2 and Act 3 because I really want to see the full picture of what she's doing. And I'm going to give her grace to release all those because she got very intimate about it. I'm, like, excited for her and her getting to share this experience she's having now. But I think fans would not have given so much grace, they definitely didn't give that grace to Drake. They were like, bro, what are you doing? And I love that project.
Yeah, they came at him hard, but also, like,
at 12:02.
But also you have to understand, like, Drake's fan base. You know what it is? Like, I think as big as Drake is, I don't think Drake has mobilized his fan base to really fight for him.
No.
as much as Beyonce.
No, they don't
Beyonce
even
does.
have a name.
Yeah, no.
Does Drake's fan base have a name?
Nah, it's just Drake.
Drake needs to name his people.
It's just the boy. He's just like, y'all figure this out.
And they can't be the boys because there's so many girls.
Yeah, it's a lot of girls.
The boys and the girls.
Yeah. Okay, this is getting intense. I like where this is going, though. Love Renaissance Radio, SiriusXM The Heat. We'll be back after this mix because there's a lot more to unpack. I think it's going to keep going. I'm excited.
Not what do you think, Justice? Do you feel there's any way that an artist can prepare their fans better to be able to take a risk?
Yeah, I think that for sure. I think that setting an environment is always great for your fans, right? Like always letting them know in advance in terms of what you're gonna do. I think is great in terms of like what the artwork looks like how are you communicating on, you know, your tweets or Instagram Live or like whatever it is, whatever your form of communication is. I think that there's ways that you can set it up. But I think that one thing that artists shouldn't forget is that there's a common denominator, right? The common denominator is like trying to figure out what your fans like about you the most and making sure that that's still a part of whatever it is that you're gonna do. Because I can see if you want to switch your sound up, but don't remove why people like you, right? So
that would be
like
being not authentic.
If people like your lyrics, make sure that part is in there. If people like your voice, make sure you're singing. Like, I'm saying you have to know what it is that people like about you. Unless you just want to just reset the whole thing, then it's just like, all right, cool, just go for it. But always remember that.
Yeah, and this is maybe my least favorite part of where we're at right now, because I don't feel like art should be explained. I don't think that people should have to explain their art, but I feel like this is where we are. And if you can communicate with your fans, you have all these ways to communicate, so many apps and social media and all that stuff, then I think that people should. I think Beyonce did a lot more explaining than I expected from her about this project. You know, she was really like writing open letters about her Uncle Johnny and the inspiration and
I didn't see
where she was at in her life when she wrote this, and thanked Jay-Z and the family for giving her space to go create. And it was a very personal touch from Beyonce, which I think it worked more because we don't really get that from her. But when I think of any artist that shouldn't have to explain their art, you know, she's up there with someone who doesn't. And for her to have felt like she needed to have that moment with the fans to make sure it was well received, no artist should feel like they're above having a conversation with their fans so they can set the tone.
Yeah, setting the tone is very important. I mean, even when we were putting out Still Over It last year, I think we made sure that we had a conversation, you know, in the liner notes, and just like making sure that people understood the purpose of what this was.
Because I think after, it just sounds like you're making excuses, right? Or you're trying to be defensive. And I think if you are aware that you're doing something that somebody might think isn't you or isn't the old you or whatever, I think in this time, in this day and age, that there's nothing wrong with setting yourself up properly, setting your music up, setting the stage, building a world, whatever that may be. But people talk about everything else on social media. So,
although Kanye doesn't do that, but we just ride with him.
Yeah, he doesn't. I don't know if he.
We just ride with him.
Yeah, I don't know if he has to. I think.
Yeah, he just goes to sells out a stadium to play as an album that's unfinished.
Well, no, actually,
insane.
He prepared us for all of his gospel albums by promoting Sunday service and being really authentic and true to like his love for the Lord. Like he was like, I'm going to do this thing in real life. It was like an experiential event that was happening for months.
He did. But
months. That was a bit of. I feel like that was a form of setting the tone.
Yeah, he did.
I'm really about this.
Yeah.
Jesus life.
Yeah.
I believe him. Great project. Love Renaissance Radio, SiriusXM The Heat. Thank you guys for joining us again for a spirited discussion. Please let these artists be creative. Let artists make what they want to make. Let artists make art. Please. And tell Drake to mobilize his fans. That's where we'll end it. Justice, great show. Love Renaissance Radio, SiriusXM The Heat. We'll see you guys next time.
Peace.
Love Renaissance Radio, SiriusXM The Heat.
Black Bobby Brown, even though Bobby Brown's already black.
I can only imagine what your girlfriend has to deal with moving in with you.
Love Renaissance.
Hell on earth.